Welcome back everyone, I'm Madals and this is map number 2 of a best of 3. Outer Stronghold is going to be the host of this TvT. And to the top left, we've got the purple Terran player. Representing ESC, none other than GoOdy. And his opponent down to the bottom left, the red Terran player, representing Team Acer. 1-0 up in this best of 3. MMA. For those of you watching live, the other semi-final is currently ongoing. It's between Golden and Dana to decide who faces this. And actually Golden has won that. Just quickly refresh the bracket. So the winner of this series will face off against Golden in the finals for a share of that 75 euros. And of course the winner of that gets the spot in the 600 euro monthly finals. So a lot on the line for these two, and they are both going to be trying to make it work. Variation since map 1 for MMA, but to be fair, proxy reapering on Outer Rim would be a very brave move. Both players pretty much identical in their builds though. And GoOdy, I really want to touch on this again, and I know I frequently said it during the first game, but GoOdy was well up there with MMA throughout that game. They were trading heavy blows throughout, and to be honest, neither one of them got a monumental lead for much of the game. But GoOdy showed promise, and I really think that if he's able to just remotely step up his play just even a little from game number 1, he has a good chance of perhaps taking a game of MMA here. And that is no easy achievement. Both players scouting the cross positions. Gonna scout each other last, most likely, which is always really annoying. But with the Reapers coming out, they'll be rallied the other way, so the Reapers will meet in the middle most likely, and just probably ignore each other for the most part. It depends whether they're on move command or attack command. We'll soon see. GoOdy gets the first few shots off there, and this is going to force back MMA's Reaper. MMA's Reaper wouldn't have actually achieved much though, wouldn't have got any essential scouting information, because once you've seen your opponent's Reaper and you've met in the middle, surprise surprise, you've both gone for the same build at pretty much the same time. MMA, running around with this SCV, is expanding. At the same time, GoOdy is a little behind in the timing there. GoOdy now, with those two Reapers up in the main, waiting to catch MMA off guard. Should he bounce on up? Maybe get a bit of damage down. MMA though, he's also got those two Reapers, but the first shots will go to GoOdy. Nice move here by MMA, coming in from the side, actually getting a much better angle, and that was done blindly, just assuming where GoOdy would go. That star sense very strong. The Reaper's got to be careful. Not many places to get out on this map. They do take down a Reaper, but both of MMA's die, so actually a better trade there for GoOdy, losing 50 less resources so far this game. MMA going for the big switch around. Hellions going to be pumped out of the factory. Tech Lab probably added onto this barrack shortly to switch for the starport in order to go Banshee. GoOdy a long way behind tech-wise. His factory only just now finished. Adding on the Tech Lab there. So both players following similar build patterns, aiming for the same mid-game spot. And that's because TvT as a meta very well worked out. The Reaper for GoOdy attempting to get some damage done, but with Hellions on the field, gonna be shut down very hard and has to back on out. And actually getting chased now by a Hellion of GoOdy, and could very well die, will die. And so neither player now, any Reapers left. So, where now? Banshee going to be coming out from both sides. MMA though, opting for the Viking first. Interesting choice here. MMA of course when he scouted and saw the timing of the factory, so knew that he would have been ahead. Perhaps trying to catch his opponent off guard for not having Cloak as quickly. Cloak is now just starting for GoOdy, whereas the first Viking already out. Slipe misplacement of the building there by MMA. Means that he couldn't build a add-on, so has to reposition it. Meanwhile, a third CC coming down, but GoOdy going for a ninja third CC down in the bottom right of the map. A very unlikely place to get scouted. And this could catch MMA off guard. And this is a cool little risk. GoOdy, I think it's fair to say GoOdy should be aware that MMA is an incredibly experienced and good player. And so if he wants to take a game off him, he's going to have to do some unusual things that are slightly risky, like a hidden expansion. But this is precisely the kind of thing that could give GoOdy the edge over MMA. GoOdy now, waiting to come in with that Banshee. MMA, with the Raven and the Viking, can easily shut it down once they intercept. Hasn't seen it quite yet, but knows roughly where it was. Saw it with, I believe, a scouting Hellion. The Viking getting the first shots off, and there will be no escape for this Banshee now. We'll still be able to get a couple of kills, but 2 worker kills for a Banshee, not a great trade. MMA up by 1 worker at the moment, but that's a minuscule lead. But it's going to keep growing because his 3rd orbit command is done, whereas GoOdy only just starting his 3rd. Sorry, that's actually his 4th command center. I take all of that back. GoOdy, I forgot about the ninja base. That is how hidden that hidden base is, that even someone with complete map vision forgets about it down there. It's so unusual, and this could really cause a problem for MMA if he doesn't scout it out. Because he's going to come in, and if he gets the scout and sees that CC, he's going to go, yeah, 3rd CC. I'm ahead. Yeah. He won't even think that that's there. Because the thought of getting a 4th CC this early on is slightly crazy. But crazy is sometimes good. There's a fine line between crazy and genius. And I think GoOdy is siding on the high IQ side of that. MMA just pumping out great amounts of production. Going a lot more marine infantry tank focused. Whereas GoOdy, again, opting for mech because it's GoOdy. Of course he's opting for mech. Pumping out a lot of tanks. A couple of Thors coming through as well. Nothing too scary as of yet. We, of course, do have a great positioning of the siege tank and Widow Mine from GoOdy, which means any attempt to run up would get shut down very fast. Scan there from MMA is going to see that CC. And this is MMA going to be sitting there going, I'm so far ahead on my 3rd timing. Hurrah. I'm amazing. Give me a high 5. Because, as I said earlier, he's not going to expect it. He's now taking a bit of damage actually at this natural base. And this is a surprising amount of kills. 6 worker kills from that Banshee is more than a bit of harassment. Gives GoOdy the lead. But still, MMA's going to be sitting here with the information available to him. Thinking, meh, I've got my 3rd up. I'm fine. I lost a couple of SCVs. But he's only just finished his 3rd. I'm still probably up. Because he doesn't know about this base. This base makes so much difference. I'm boxing it repeatedly to try and get it clear. MMA though, pushing across the map. He's going for a Marine Marauder medevac composition predominantly, up against a mech force. Medevac gets annihilated and MMA was not expecting that much stuff. Having to retreat, the tank's got some amazing shots down. And you can't just walk infantry into a tank line. It dies. Painfully. So MMA, not really in the greatest spot. The other benefit of this hidden base, and I know I keep banging on about this, but it's so important, is the muling. And this could be the only thing that gives away what's happening to MMA. Because all of GoOdy's mules are coming down at this 4th. Which is great. It means that his main, natural, and 3rd won't get mined out as quickly. It also means that the fact that there's only a trickle of SCVs coming in here won't affect the income this base provides as much. But it may also give things away. Because if MMA comes in, gets a scan down or just a good scout, he's going to sit there and go, hang on. Where, oh where are all of your mules? And this is exactly what's happening now. Gets a scan. You may sit there and go, hang on. Either you're spending all of your scans or I want to know where your mules are going. And he hasn't seen any scans. Big drop though into the natural base, and there's tremendous amount of damage being done here by MMA. All of the reinforcements coming through though for GoOdy. He's chipping away at that medevac, preventing a retreat of all of these marauders. The Hellbats are going to take a lot of damage here, but the tanks clean it all up. MMA took a lot of losses there, and he has killed 18 workers this game. But note, because of this 4th base, there's still a 2-worker lead. A equal worker count for both players, even after that loss. It's crazy. And MMA still hasn't cottoned on. He hasn't started looking around for hidden bases. He hasn't started throwing scans or even just a Hellion wandering about. Because it's crazy what GoOdy's done, but it's working. Scans now coming down, trying to get a good acclimatization to how many tanks are here, what's in position, and the end result is there's a lot. I'm not going to go for it. And that's right. You don't want to try and push in here. There isn't really enough infantry. Even if they dropped on this, a nice spread in the tanks, and it'd be pretty risky to make it work. Marauder is going to start working away at some of these missile turrets though. It's a bit annoying. GoOdy, though, splitting around the side. He's going to go for the flank, and MMA wasn't ready for this. Stims his Marines, but they get slaughtered by so many Hellion shots with the blue flame. The Marauder's still trying to back on out. Quick little pickup. Medevac's coming over too, but GoOdy's got a lot of stuff. His Hellions racing ahead though. Encounter reinforcements from MMA. The tank's slowly catching up though. Mines chasing down the distance as well. They've got drilling claws, meaning they can burrow up super quick speed. Still the push coming. MMA does not have much stuff. GoOdy level in the army supply, but now going on the aggressive. Can his tanks shut this down? They get sieged up. MMA forced to lift some of these units now. The tanks of MMA getting annihilated. A fake of the drop coming in there. GoOdy not overreacting. The second drop of medevacs though is not a fake. Down comes all of this infantry. GoOdy was stacked up. MMA shutting down these tanks nicely, but he's got so many to kill. Losing a decent chunk of infantry, required to use Raven energy on auto turrets. Both players take heavy losses there, but MMA is able to resupply faster due to going for an infantry composition, and is now loading up the super mega death drop. GoOdy's mines actually rack up a couple of kills there. That's frustrating when that happens. If you're a Zerg player, you'll feel that pain. 4th base is also up for MMA now, so the advantage that he had isn't as important. Amazingly, MMA still has no idea about this base to the bottom right, which has really been GoOdy's lifeline to be staying ahead in this game. And he is, even after that trade, still in an amazingly good spot. Economically speaking, GoOdy's still up in workers. He's up in income. And he's only 10 behind in army supply, but he's going for a little bit more harassment, picking out a good number of SCVs at the 3rd of MMA, leveling out the workers' kill count, 17 to 18. But GoOdy's also now added in 2 additional orbit commands. And amazingly, he's taking a 2nd hidden base. Oh, GoOdy. This is good. Drop, though, getting ready to come in now from MMA. A double drop loaded up with 3 Marauders and a good chunk of Marines, heading straight towards the main base. Missile turrets are in a good position, though. There's also the Vikings there as well. MMA needs to be a bit careful not to get overzealous with his moving with these units. So much mech in position. More command centers coming through for GoOdy. He's just got so much money. Up 76 to 68. Couple of Hellions scouting out the drops that are here. They're trying to back away, miss the ramp. Quickly turn tail. Get up there. No Hellions go down. Anything for nothing is always good. In comes MMA though, trying to get some more damage through. Doesn't actually achieve very much and gets chased down yet again by these Hellions. The infantry's already stimmed. If it stims again, it's gonna get itself on critical health, allowing those Hellions to snipe him down. So has no choice but to slowly back away. But the Hellions can chase him down without stim. Turning to fight, trying to get some damage while dropping into the natural. And this is where MMA is achieving a good amount of damage. The natural base going to fall, but GoOdy pressuring on forward. MMA making a big stand here, finally discovering this bottom right hand base, realizing where all of GoOdy's money is coming from. But has he discovered too late? GoOdy sieging up now, trying to take down these Hellbats, trying to take down the remaining infantry, pushing into the third, takes out, or pretty much takes out the fourth CC, will fall with those Viking shots. SCV is getting slaughtered by Hellbats from the side. The Lone Marine getting tackled by a couple of SCVs, drills to the face. And GoOdy denies the third mining, but he's taking losses in the natural still. His natural base is being taken out. Another drop from MMA. This is probably going to be too much. Well, it is definitely going to be too much to defend, but GoOdy going for more pressure. Found the fourth base. It's a planetary. Cannot lift up and fly away into the beautiful sunset. Instead, has to die. Down it goes. The SCVs walking straight into the tanks. They're like, planetary's dead. There's no point going on. MMA still waiting. He needs to drop onto these tanks decisively. Both players hurting. MMA dropped and killed that base, but somehow did not realize that GoOdy's taken another one. So GoOdy's lost one ninja base, only to have it replaced by another ninja base. So he's just like, oh, it's mine to have that one anyway. I'll take this. It's all good. And it is all good for GoOdy. He's lost his natural 2, but MMA lost his 3rd and his 4th. That hurts. And GoOdy has spare CCs everywhere. Couple of reinforcements coming across. Meet the fate of a lot of Marauders and a lot of Marines. Upgrades a 3-3 for those. Up against the 3-2 upgrades for GoOdy. GoOdy chasing on down. It looks like he wants to just apply a bit more force through here. MMA straight away lifts up and goes, okay, you want to play that game? I'm going to run away scared. Needs to repair up that Orbit Command. The Vikings actually getting a fair amount of damage down. Takes out the Orbit Command, and that's nothing but unfortunately a bit of a slip up from MMA. He had all the SCVs within range. That hurts. But GoOdy now losing a 5th base, I'm going to say, before he can get back into the defensive spot. But MMA getting slowly closed down. He's only at 111 supply compared to 191 of GoOdy, who is now sieging the main. The Panzer General himself is on your door. But MMA coming in from all directions now, going for the flanks. Does he have enough stuff? The answer, no. GG, GoOdy levels out this series to be 1-1 and takes the game off Aces MMA. Beautiful play by GoOdy there. And we get the ace game.